Captain Pilot, and this is Unholy Prophet over here, and we are some abrogated gamers. And today we're going to talk about the recent news of Halo Gravemind, the actions, implications, and reactions of those in it, around it, and desiring of it.
And today we're really going to focus more on the Halo Gravemind than recent reports of a possible Halo 6 and other talk for E3.
Yup.
So, to begin with, this all started with the Halo Gravemind flyers that just exploded on the internet and all sorts of rage. There's been a lot of talk of this is fake, it's photoshopped, it's other stuff like this, fake news. I
Yeah, as Frank
really hope.
O'Connor says, yeah, fake news, not so real. Sketch is a community liaison. He's come out and said it's 100% fake, and he's a little bit more reliable. But anyways, more on that later.
Yeah. So to take apart the Halo Gravemind flyer, it to be photoshopped, it has to be somebody in the professional advertising business with no time on their hands. Because these flyers are just they're too good to be, cut up on a computer and then sent over a Snapchat. Who sends something like this over Snapchat? Who who wants to Photoshop something this badly just to send it in Snapchat? If you Photoshop something, you send it directly to the web, not to your buddy on Snapchat.
Yeah, seriously, I'm looking at them right now. So you've got two different models. You got one guy with a flashlight and has Halo Gravemind off to the side, and then you've got the one front and center that has Halo Gravemind, and the guy surrounded by Flood. In the bottom left corner, you've got what looks to be Halo 6, and if I zoom in on it, it looks like between the O and the 6, Halo 5 Beta. Or, I'm sorry, not Halo 5, Halo 6 Beta. And a release time of 10/10/2017. And as we all know, they said that Halo game would not be released in 2017. So, Steven,
I'm here.
go on it. Tell me. Tell me what you know.
Okay, for a Halo game not to be released with in the upcoming years, or at least in 2017, by 343 is something that Frank O'Connor has said.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's come out and said that this is fake, it's false, it's photoshopped, and all this. But we know from experience Frank O'Connor likes to manipulate his words. This guy, he's very good at his job. He's crafty, but he doesn't do it in a fashion to where you look at him and think, "Yeah, this motherfucker is crafty." No, you look at him and you think, "He's the head of 343. He knows more than what he's putting on."
Yeah, and also to stack on top of you, you can say 343 is not going to put out a game, but if T XYZ game creator comes out and puts out a game, and we slap our name on the side of theirs, we didn't technically make the game. We just put it out there, or we just put our name onto it.
Or we oversaw the project but had no hand.
Hmm.
That's probably what Frank O'Connor is going for and hoping people just eat up his words and say, "Oh, okay, there won't be a Halo Gravemind. Okay. Surprise, motherfuckers, at E3 when everything comes out."
Hmm.
But really, the thing that gets me the most is the fact of the difference between when Halo 4 and 5 got information leaked to them, they were just pissed. They were very damning the fact that a leak came out. And in this case, O'Connor is just straight up saying this is fake. Now,
Yeah, even sketches that way.
do you think it's possible he's doing this just to make fun of President Trump?
Oh God, no, 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 not even close in that sort of regard or anything like that. No, uh, when Halo 4, when some stuff for Halo 4 was leaked, he was like, "Well, I knew this was going to happen. This." Bonnie Ross and Josh Holmes, when some stuff for Halo 5 was revealed or leaked for Halo 5, they were more or less pissed. So the overall consensus for like actual information getting leaked is that they're pissed, not that they're automatically dismissing of it and almost mocking it. So there's something. It might be fake. It might be real. We don't know, but I don't think that it doesn't seem like they're really too worried about it. It almost feels as though they put it out there on purpose.
Right. It actually does feel like it. Now, say this is say this is fake. What possible gain could somebody have for releasing something like this with it being fake?
Well, I'm glad you asked me there, Stephen. All
I'm
right.
glad I asked too.
Oh. So you have this for it being fake. You can say, oh, okay. Well, why did they leak it? Why is this fake? Well, if presuming that 343 made it and 343 leaked it, and that it's fake, you could say that okay, they may be trying to push some sort of advertising for an M-rated Halo game, and Gravemind is obviously going to be an M-rated Halo game because that's
It has
the
the
flood.
flood.
Yeah, it has the flood. They were solely taken out of the other Halos for the specific reason. That's what made it mature. That's what made mature content when you had these space songs.
Which also made a very badass game in all of our opinions.
Seriously. You have like in Halo One, they didn't really even advertise. As far as I know, they didn't really even advertise the flood on the box or anything like that. You just had Master Chief fights the Covenant with some awesome allies, kill some Covenant, get some blood everywhere. Oh, cool! And then all of a sudden, you're just taken into this dark, creepy area, and like the elevator when you first go in, the Covenant are running away, and you kill all those Covenant on 343 Guilty Spark. You go down to the elevator, or no, the elevator just comes up by itself, like it's almost inviting you, and that's so creepy. And then later on, oh wow, these are the flood after seeing some recordings and such.
Okay, with that in mind, so with it being fake, it's no cause for concern, but we should probably make a point that would sell. That would
Eh,
definitely sell.
yeah, as a community, we should definitely like, even if this is fake, we shouldn't be, Frank O'Connor, he lied to us. I feel like we should embrace this. We should say, okay, yes, this is nice. Give us something good. Like, seriously.
This is good. Yes, continue. You have my attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, put more steak on my plate, please.
Yeah, no kidding. I want to see more flood on this steak here. Possibly some more gore, please. Now, okay, now on the twist side, say it's not fake, and Brian Reed is not necessarily lying to us, but using his fancy words to make it.
You mean Frank O'Connor, not Brian Reed?
Did I say Brian? Oh fuck.
Yeah, you said Brian Reed.
Nobody likes Brian Reed.
Yeah, not that he left us.
He left us by gunpoint, I hope. No, say it's not fake, and we are to expect a Halo Gravemind 10-10-17.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how long has it been since the last Halo came out? It's been a couple years.
Oh, well, I mean, you had Halo Wars. That was February.
But Halo Wars is a different franchise than the standard Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Halo Wars follows a similar timeline with the lore, but it's
I mean,
not.
it's
343 has a hand in it, but doesn't have direct control.
yeah, they're overall guiding it, but it's Creative Assembly actually making the game. And if this is true, if Creative Assembly is able to separate their resources, then you'd have the DLC, the campaign DLC for Halo Wars 2, which we were promised, and you would also have this game, but you would not have Halo 3 Anniversary. So we'd either be getting Halo 3 Anniversary, which I kind of doubt, but it'd be, I don't know, to not have it, it would be, seems like because Microsoft loves hopping on trains.
Yeah.
With the Zune, with the Xbox One when it first came out, with it being like an all-in-one system and shit like that.
Yeah.
So they love doing this type of stuff. I
Now,
lost my train of thought.
now with this also, okay, now putting us back on track. Could this be instead of like yes, Frank O'Connor is telling the truth. This is not in production. This is not anything. But instead, what if it's a wake-up call, like to test the waters of the market to see how much reaction this flyer gets, to prove to Microsoft that, hey, we're not 12. We want blood. We want the Halo that we fell in love with as kids.
Yeah, seriously. I myself was one of those 12-year-old kids that
And
all the
I
older
wasn't.
guys made fun of. That
I,
that
I
Halo
wasn't
2.
far behind you.
Yeah. So
Man. But
seriously, back in the day.
yeah, nostalgia all over again. Okay, so then say this is to advertise a so-called market. Instead of a game, it's advertising a market. Now, we also know that Project Scorpio is supposed to come out soon. More
Mhm.
information is supposed to be released at E3. Now, we all know every Xbox has came out with a new Halo title. That is a for sure thing. Halo is a staple effect of all Microsoft consoles. And if Scorpio's coming out, a Halo's soon to follow. Let's be real here.
Yeah, even if it's like it's because it's not going to be Halo 6. It's not going to be releasing with Xbox Scorpio. I don't imagine. So I would imagine this E3 is going to be for Microsoft alone is going to be about the Scorpio. And
Oh yeah.
as far as a game coming out with it, they could do. I mean, ultimately, if this is a fake, they could do Halo Wars DLC, campaign DLC, and then everyone's going to ooh ah. But that's not really a big thing. That's an extension onto a game. You know?
Right, right. Similar to the Master Chief Collection, it wasn't actually a new game being released. It was just, hey, this is a collection of all the games that you can't play with the Xbox backwards capabilities, but now you can in an all-in-one game. By the way, here's Halo Wars or here's Halo 2 Anniversary with it. Let's be real. Everyone bought Master Chief Collection because of Halo 2 Anniversary. We all wanted to see
Seriously.
what they did. And I'd like to say they did a phenomenal job, minus the glitches.
Glitches, bugs, game hacks, bad servers,
Yeah.
connection issues. All
Now,
the above.
everything was
It's
disarray.
good, minus the everything.
uh, let's take this apart, little pieces at a time. With the Halo Gravemind, we know that in the flyer, or with the post, Hidden Xperia, Late Night Gaming, Halo Canon, and the Act Man, and one more, I believe, was also tagged in this post. And I think it was in that order. But we know who these people talk to. They listen to Hidden Xperia. They listen to Halo Canon and their viewpoints and their words. And they definitely get the feedback from Late Night Gaming. These three powerhouses from the YouTube lords are changing the way Halo is going to be. Like,
Mhm.
how many times did we hear
Yep.
videos of them bitching about the art style is stupid? It's not Halo. This is not right. And then, bam, Halo Wars 2 comes out. A mix of the art styles. And I'll admit, it blended very well. It blended superbly well. But how could this change also with them not saying a word at the time of this video? There's no say from the bigwigs about Halo Gravemind. They all seem to be tweeting, I'm skeptical of this. I really don't know. But that's the extent of it.
I'm looking at the post right now. It says some dude, and he has Hidden Xperia, Halo Follower, Late Night Gaming, Green Skull, Chief Canuck, and Atomic George. They were all tagged, and then Frank O'Connor tagged all those same guys and told them it's all fake. I don't know how much you can trust Frank O'Connor with revealing anything. Obviously, 343 doesn't really reveal anything, so that's still up in the air.
Also, if this is fake, Microsoft needs to hire this asshole. Like, seriously. He produced something this good in his free time? Microsoft, if you're listening, give that man a job.
Yeah, seriously, that's really good. If that's so-called, as Frank O'Connor says, photoshopped cockle shells. Yeah, that is very good photoshopped cockle shells.
Look how good this guy is with cardboard and crayons. Hire him.
Yeah, seriously, man, this
Uh,
guy's got some Crayola job down. down. But yeah, I would imagine there's some sort of substance to this, and like 343 probably put this out there. Someone on Xbox probably put this out there just to test the market, test the waters, see what's happening. And if it is real, then good. And then we have a kicking Halo game, and we don't need to fucking worry about some shit, you know.
right. I
And then
mean,
we'd also have Halo 6 beta.
logically, there should be. It's just about time for a new Halo game because they seem to come out every 2 to 3 years. Now, Halo Wars is an interesting aside because it's not the staple franchise, but it's definitely a sub franchise similar to ODST. However, I don't know if they follow the same timetables as the main, the Master Chief line.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Because if this is a sub game instead of a full on like playing as Chief, oh man, ODST, just bring it back. Play an
Yeah,
ODST.
seriously.
Or some goddamn douchebag security guard, or even Veronica Dare. I would love to play an Oni agent for once,
Well, that'd be really fucking cool. Playing OD agent and have some sort of detective game, and deal with the flood.
and possibly bring up the Oni station. It's say this is all theoretical.
Hmm.
If this game is real and you play it, and you're playing as Veronica Dare or a different, no, you would have to play Veronica Dare because 343 made that statement saying that they will add no new characters. Veronica Dare's not a new character.
Hmm.
So that's a loophole there. Frank O'Connor, we got your number.
Right.
But say you're on an Oni research station, and yes, what we were talking about earlier, before the video, that the scientists at Oni captured a flood spore, and then somehow the protocols got disassembled, like every sci-fi movie, and starts killing everybody. And then Veronica just happens to be there, so some security guard fuck or some ODST hell jumpers, who knows? Hell, I'd be okay playing a standard Marine, just just to see how it would be from non-superhuman perspective.
Hmm.
Because
If
we
you want to,
go
if you
ahead.
want to see something, yeah, if you want to see something that's really fucking cool that pretty much just happened. If you're a fan of Halo Swallower, you got news. Halo 6 E3 transcript found in Halo Wars 2. So some guys got into Halo Wars 2 and they found some files named E3 underscore 001 to E3 underscore 003. So there's probably going to be some sort of little goodies about Halo 6 still to E3, regardless.
Oh, absolutely. I don't see why not.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
goes
if you,
hand in hand with the staple franchise following the new up and coming console.
yeah, and if you actually look up the article, it goes between this guy Sullivan and some elite mercenaries, and there's a twist, and then something goes down, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose, and then you're probably opening into the beginning of the new Halo.
Halo Gravemind.
Oh no, that would be Halo 6, but yeah, Halo Gravemind would be really cool too.
Yeah. So, okay, let's theorize here for a minute because we
Mhm.
love theorycraft. That's what we're all about, is theorycraft. What is your theory about Halo Gravemind?
Halo Gravemind, I would imagine, since if it's a real game, not playing around with me,
Yeah, all
uh,
hypothetical.
yeah, all hypothetical. You're either some Marine, some ODST, or some Spartan, one of the three, and you're either looking into or a security guard at some sort of scientist station on a Halo ring, and some scientist goes, "Oh wow, that's a flood spore," and then fucking breaks the cage. The flood spore breaks out, gets onto the scientist, fucking infects him, and then all of a sudden more flood spores are coming out, and you're just trying to make your way out of this fucking station and trying to get back to the UNSC and maybe even warn them about something that's going on, or they could take the Half Life route, and you're a scientist at this some sort of station, and then you get into it and you don't know what's going on, and portals start opening up and the flood starts coming in through these portals. But yeah, that'd be that'd be really weird.
Yeah, it would be weird. Now, I would think that with this Halo Gravemind, I remember we were talking about this earlier, and you said something wonderful. Um, when you start the game, like, what if this was to take effect just after Halo 5? Like, legitimately just after Halo
Oh yeah,
5.
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, so like,
And, yeah,
say, well, say you play through you play through Halo 6 or whatever, or this Halo Gravemind, and gets to the very end. The legendary ending would be like Cortana laughing over Guardian. Maybe it just killed a whole bunch of fucking people, and she's laughing, and all of a sudden Cortana's laugh turns deeper and deeper and deeper, and you're looking at the Guardian, and then this green fog starts to roll in, and you see the color on the Guardian change into this like this green hue, and it looks infected, and then Cortana's laugh gets deeper, and it turns into the Gravemind's voice. Now that we found out that the Gravemind has actually been in charge through the Logic Plague, you know, and
right.
taking control of this. And now the galaxy is being attacked by the flood, and humanity and the Singhili and the Jerohani, and everybody's on the defensive from this imposing flood force. And Master Chief has to find some sort of way to stop this, but he doesn't.
Now,
He dies.
here is an interesting theory for Halo Gravemind. We know that great team due to the books. If you haven't read them, you should read Envoy. At least read Envoy. It is a wonderful book. With that in
Seriously.
mind, with Great Team being recommissioned and going back out there, I love Great Team, so this is why my theory has them involved with it. I've always theorized that out there somewhere, because the Gravemind just disappeared after they used the Ark and supposedly wiped out the Flood. But we know better than that. We absolutely know better. There's probably a new Gravemind on a shield world somewhere, similar to like Halo Wars 1, where the Flood was infested this world, however they couldn't get into the core. But somewhere out there there's a shield world, and the Flood actually beat the defenses and is inside the shield world. And Grey Team or some other Spartan team, maybe even Crimson, shows up to investigate this planet because a research team disappeared. And so they're there, and then the Flood come from every direction, thus
I think
beginning the Halo Gravemind.
I think you could pretty much spin the flood in any sort of direction. They're going to be good. I mean, unless it's Halo Heroes, and even then, the flood would be really fucking cool. Or Halo Legos, and you're killing all these Covenant with the Legos, and here comes these flood spoilers, and like fucking taking over these fucking Lego cubes are taking over other Lego cubes and then turning them into these monstrosities. It's just fucking cool. It's space zombies, man. This shit's awesome.
Yeah, and I
But
love
that's
how
just like my opinion, man.
I love how in depth like the Flood can actually be though. Like, god damn it, there I am. I'm talking like I'm Hidden Xperia again for the obsessed of the Flood because they're a challenge. Like, I love them because they're a challenge, and they just never stop coming.
Seriously,
Never. We're kind of sidetracking here a little bit.
yeah.
We do that a lot. We're like a Chinese buffet. We just keep rotating around, but we'll get back to a point eventually.
Yeah, seriously. Sort of good Japanese food or something like that, like the Japanese go-arounds.
Ooh, look, egg roll.
Oh no, something like that. So
So final thoughts. Let's do our final thoughts. This is a good plot.
yeah,
What is our final thoughts on the overview of? Well, let's start with this. What's your final thoughts on these flyers? Fake or real?
well, obviously real. They're obviously tangible things.
Right.
But if is this, it's all speculation. It's all subjective. So if it's real, great. We get a kicking fucking brand new Halo game, and then nobody's worried about it being leaked. If it's fake, then we need to support an M-rated Halo game and support the classic game style. And if you're a fan of the new game style, then as a community we could support a classic game style integrated with a little bit of the new game style. I'm not a big fan of it. I like it. It's fun, but it's not as modular. You can't do as much with it. So overall, it's fake. Otherwise, they'd be throwing a fucking shit fit over it. You?
You said it's overall it's fake, otherwise they are giving a shit fit.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'd be giving a shit fit over it, and they wouldn't just be oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. I mean, you could make the argument that it's right before E3, and that 343 did this on purpose, like get people's fucking attention on E3, so that way they can get max
Yeah,
viewing
max.
on it.
Yeah. So your overall opinion is that this is fake.
Yeah,
Yeah, you really think it's fake.
it's fake, but we need to endorse this. We need to make this real.
Okay. See,
This needs to be a real thing.
my final thoughts on this is I hope this is real. I really do. Like I am crossing every fingers and toes I have. I'm even crossing my testicles making sure that this is a real thing. Like this has got me so excited.
Hmm.
And I don't want to keep my hopes up for it, but I'm excited because this is like the first signs of 343 is listening and they like what we've been saying. Although, for the most part, I believe I will not really care if it's fake. I might be a little let down, but
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
can
much what
be
it is.
damn sure I'm keeping an eye on more developments of this.
Yeah, ultimately, and as far as this is just a random thought of mine. As far as the future of the franchise, so you have Halo 5, and that's precisely what Microsoft kind of wanted. They wanted this game where you have hey, you still have Halo. Hey guys, it's cool, but we got all this new cool stuff that's just like all these other games inside of it. And we've got this Warzone, which is tailor made for this specific game type to make microtransactions.
Which
And then,
sucked.
yeah, which is a huge gaming the thing left over from the mobile gaming industry,
It is a
which is
dark
just like,
hole of
it,
fun and torture, and nobody could escape it.
look, man, it makes some mad cash. I mean, Halo 5 sold less than than any other Halo game, I think, and made more than any other Halo game because of these microtransactions. Microsoft is not getting rid of them. They're just trying to find a better way to introduce them. And if you look at that, Halo Wars 2 is going to be a template of what Halo 6 is going to be.
You really think
So,
so?
oh yeah. So you're gonna have a mixed the mixed look between the new art style and the old art style that was very well done in Halo Wars 2. You're gonna have a pretty decent storyline. We're not gonna get the best storyline out of the series by far, but I mean I'm hoping for it. But honestly I don't believe that. It's going to happen that way because you're going to have a whole bunch of maybe rewrites and stuff like that's going to happen inside of the actual making of the game. It's just going to come out less than stellar, but it's going to be acceptable. Is what I'm saying. It's going to be acceptable.
Well, it can't be any worse than Brian Reed being in the office anymore.
Yeah, true. Or it can't be fucking. I mean, it can't be any worse than fucking Bungie. What Bungie did with Halo 3, just it's almost like they didn't even play their first fucking game, where they have the Halo ring. What was it? The Halo ring blow up and then
Yeah.
destroy the flood on the Ark or whatever the fuck. It's complete. I don't know. This Halo 3 is just kind of like a botch as far as storyline, and then to add more character drama, they had Johnson be killed along with Miranda Keys. Leave Johnson alive, kill Miranda Keys because she was just an added-in character that was supposed to arc weld fucking shit Master Chief's armor in Halo 2, and then that fell through because of rewrites and shit like that. But anyways, not on that topic. Uh, so yeah, with Halo Wars 2, you're gonna be seeing a snapshot of what Halo 6 is gonna be. You're gonna have an okay storyline. You're gonna have good gameplay. It's just gonna be, you know, it's going to be a C plus. That's what Halo 6 is going to be. It's going to be a C plus.
I was really hoping you were going to say a B, like a B minus area, but C plus is acceptable.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I've always thought to myself that we need to categorize Halo in two different categories. Like you have storyline and multiplayer. But recently you can do storyline, multiplayer, and Forge.
Mhm.
Because Forge has been evolving so well. And I love Halo 5's Forge.
It's seriously the
Oh, I
saving grace of
love it.
Halo 5. Halo 5 would not be an even near complete game without Forge right now. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many multiplayer maps that are dependent upon Forge maps that the DVs just couldn't fucking muster up for whatever reason within 343, whether that is limitations of their staff and personnel, or whether it be budget or whatever they may have that's a problem.
And that sounds like a video for next time.
That it does.
Alright, so to wrap things up, finally, you think it's fake. I think I'm keeping my hopes up, but I'm fucking watching it like a hawk. And support it. Share that picture. Tweet 343. Tell them that you're excited for it. Your voice does matter. If we want a good Halo game, we have to tell them what we
Yeah,
want.
seriously. We have to yell at 343 and knock them on the head. The Forge in Halo 4 was fucking dog shit and lackluster. But then we knocked them on the head, and then Forge in Halo 5, wow, this is such an amazing thing. So we can't let them get away with anything. We have to be on top of them like a hawk. Otherwise, we're just not going to get anything worthwhile. So if we want a Halo 5, if we want a Halo 6 that's M rated, fucking tell them, get on their ass, burn them.
Exactly.
Don't burn their house down, but make sure that they understand very clearly in a very professional way and why they should have it in a very well educated and put way of what you want and what you need.
You might not want to burn their house down, but I'm perfectly acceptable with the fact of branding their ass with an M-rated game.
Seriously.
Get your fire pokers ready.
Yep. And put an M-rated game on them. But yeah.
Alrighty then. So this has been an episode of Abrogated Gamers. I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
Until see you next time.